Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Well, here comes the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in camp one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing.
And when they come after him right away, he goes on the first play of the game. That is Will McDonald in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder, and man, we can feel it all the way up here at the booth.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm.
Aaron Rodgers not looking too good. Let's see what he got here, 3rd and 9.
See a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to this season. We're going to have to see what Aaron Rodgers can do right here. You see, this defense should be good. We got that Steeler defense. We should hold them.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
How you doing, Fields?
Ever-changing quarterback carousel.
Why don't you show Pittsburgh what you could do? We're showing we shouldn't have got rid of you. My boy right there.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a design runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player.
Well,
Away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down. 1st and 10.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And this time they are ready for it. Throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
26-yard line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying.
there's that Steeler defense. There's that Steeler defense.
It's 3rd down.
You can just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. On the run to the right. And he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6. That brings up 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone. And a touchdown. touchback. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers.
Come on, old man. Oh! Oh! No way! Yo! Aaron Rodgers. What a catch. What a throw! Aaron Rodgers. Yo.
Pre-snap and post-snap. This is
Hold up.
done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Oh, shit. Let's stick to the pass, Rodgers. Doing push-ups.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers.
What are you? He's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you know what? He ate the hit. Yeah, he's doing that because he can't feel his arm anymore.
Rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is one, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers.
I mean, okay. That's the same play I would have went for. And Jalen Warren doing the gwitty in the end zone.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I'm just saying.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a
Throw on the run.
Not
He
exactly
could have probably had a
the
rushing
start
touchdown
the coaches
there.
told us was so important.
All right, Steelers first on the board.
They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get across the 20, knock him down to the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. action now for Fields. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Off the play action, here's Fields. Well, that helps to be
A 15-yard pass by Justin Fields is pretty good.
good yardage on that second down play.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth.
Width? What are you talking about, width?
Like this is going to take advantage.
Fields from the gun on third down.
Yes, let's go.
Incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
What you got, Aaron Rodgers? You got another one in you? What you got, Aaron Rodgers? What you got, Rodgers?
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Here's a little pocket pass heading to the right. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
On third down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. Pick up with 46 yards.
46 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
DK Metcalf, y'all.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
This is insane.
Now a give to Warren. Running
Get that going right.
and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's
There we go. Oh,
No
Tio.
runs to a gain of just a couple. And
Don't
sets
look
up
like
third
Mr.
down.
Boggs is coming out.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't
Wizard
react
of
quickly
Boggs.
enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They need 8 as they come
They'll get
up
it. Touchdown
for
right here.
third down. Throwing Rodgers. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Steelers, first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up second down.
Once again, it's Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's in. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Steelers.
On for the extra point is
on for the
Boswell.
point after.
He's got it. And the Steelers move out on top. 14-0.
Steelers 14. Jets nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Rene Wanwu now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, won it twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They go play action with Fields. Open is the tight end Rucker. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Second down, it's Fields. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's got it. That's a first down across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
First down. First and 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And Not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes a pay.
He'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up second down.
They put Wilson in motion. Fields now on second down. And it's incomplete. On Thornhill that time. Good coverage. Able to knock it away.
And 6 yards.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
That's made right side by Wilson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Pass is caught. That's Ruckert, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Again, here's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Max doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. That's right side and caught by Taylor. And this is going to set him up for 1st and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Jets.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Jets 7.
one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. We'll start this on the ground with Warren.
Jalen Warren, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run the toss with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Jamian Sherwood on the tackle. A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. This one on court, looking for Woods. And penalty flags come in as it lines up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Who's ringed out? Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he'll be let out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd down at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Rodgers now. And he'll take it on in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Across the 20 to mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Brees Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the foul.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Here's 3rd and 2. To the running back, Brees Hall. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. And the Jets.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
4th down. Fields escaping to his left. He'll try to run for it. And he'll give himself up after picking up the 1st down.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, keeps this drive alive.
And off, here comes Hall. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Jets 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. On the run, here's Hall. And that one set down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
They'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They will run it over center with Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Another run here with Hall. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get across the 20, knock him down 23-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Down, back out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Keeps some field position to start this drive. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Reynolds is the motion man here. A first down throw for Fields. He'll find Paul out of the backfield. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Now a second down throw for Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes. T.J. Watt in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Quick slash into the hands of Wilson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting
The pressure is too much, and he goes down.
Now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him, take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
Second and 11. Fields to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Fields now. He's got a receiver. Allen Lazard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
The 35-yard line.
On the toss play, it's Hall. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The veteran Darius Slay, they're on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Now, Fields. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Third down, here's Hall. But he goes nowhere. Hall doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are back within 2 scores.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Austin brought in motion. Off the play fake. Rodgers. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
First down for Aaron. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got a receiver right close. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
31 yards.
A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 31 yards.
First and 10.
If you want to
at the
score points at a
13-yard
high
line.
level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. 2nd and inches. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers are going to extend their lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Past midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
The Jets take over.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run.
The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's 1st and 10. Fields. He'll step up and run this. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw is Fields. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And the Jets are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. This defense backs up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball.
Good blocking, and he's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Jets. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Jets are able to edge a bit closer. seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. Kent now going to bring it out of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Brees Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Fields now to throw on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazar. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Downfield, got him, and he's got it! And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. Working his way out left. He's going to run it. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there. And the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
It's first down, and it's Paul. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
In motion comes Lazard. He'll go again with Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a That's it. And we get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third, they need 8. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to first and goal. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Leads to second.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
He pulls it in around the 5. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they hit that one down.
This offensive line just has no answer for it. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Now, on with the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. We'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
We'll try and run it here with Warren. And it looks to move the chains.
First down.
And with the ball on your side of the
First
50,
and 10 at the
if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have
47-yard
been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
A first down throw from Rodgers. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. They're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's about all.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers here on 2nd down. It's a short one caught by Freiermuth. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and you get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. That's Made. That's Wolf. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Warren. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Warren. And he's going to go taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Play action now for Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On second down, a run with ball. And not much there. Good defense held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Fields from the gun on third down. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Rodgers on first down. Here's a screen set up for one. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On first and 10, it's Warren. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle. Then going forward, gain of 5 for the second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take this one in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He knocks it through. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Scott Banks, no rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books to me, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Gibson now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. They're in need they set out on 1st and 10. Gonna start this drive on the ground. It's home. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. The veteran Darius Slay. They're on the stop. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Now, Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Here's Austin to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play fake. It's Rodgers. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't well stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And unable to connect it. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
2nd down, Rodgers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
receivers going up top again. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision.
Get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10.
Filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second and 10. Pistol snap, back to Fields. It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. That's good.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play action, here's Fields. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is Fields. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works points out as they convert on fourth down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Fields now. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Jeremy Ruckert was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Fields. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
It's 3rd and
The
11.
best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. One incomplete. Coverage standing there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Steelers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll take this one for about 4. That's up to the 40-yard line.
Brought down by Jermaine Johnson. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Warren. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no good.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rogers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. 12 yards on that hookup. That's a Steeler first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run yard, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On third down, Rodgers. He's got it about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's another big play in a game that's had it.
Used to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Rodgers. That is outside of the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. That his second touchdown tonight. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
23.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Fields, who outs another catch for his favorite target. And they'll be set up now. Out past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Second down, it's Fields. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Fields from the gun on third down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
But if this isn't real complicated, you're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Fields to throw for it. 4th out wide. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going forward on 4th down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive, but great job here by the defense coming away with the stop, and now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Taken down at the 41. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action now with Rodgers. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And the Steelers
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Steeler first down. A run up the middle with Warren. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
taken down at the 11-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back as he eats.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. The motion man here is Woods. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Tony Adams, the safety, the sack.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got it inside the 5.
This may look like a simple connection, like just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these 2 guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
19-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
In the field goal, he'll send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That one out of reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now, Fields. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get 15 on that game. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Cameron Hayward getting into dropping. It's a loss of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz scheme, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he couldn't get that one to check
The
up.
Steelers
It'll
take
keep
over
bouncing
first and
into the
10
end zone.
at their own
It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is Woods. A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. He'll find Woods. That one is caught.
Rodgers pass complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Will McDonald.
Some
on the
defensive
tackle.
ends specialize in getting
Taken
after the
down
quarterback.
back
Some
at the
defensive ends
23-yard
specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. And will be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.